Did the Steelers do the right thing by standing pat, or should they have traded, a fourth and a fifth for somebody like Jacoby Myers?
I think that's a little bit expensive. I mean, it's impossible to say right now if it's right or wrong because we don't know how the rest of the season is going to play out. We don't really know the intimate details either, Joe, of how this went, if a fourth and a fifth was really going to get it done or not. My thing is he's a two-month rental. And when did Jacoby Myers turn into Jerry Rice? And you look at the history, and did this earlier today, of wide receivers being acquired at the trade deadline. Let's just look at last year or two. It's not very good, man. Deontay Johnson went to the Ravens. DeAndre Hopkins went to the Chiefs. Maury Cooper went to the Bills. Devontae Adams went to the Jets, and Mike Williams went to the Steelers. Any of those guys difference makers? Or is that
as it turned out?
No, but Odell Beckham sure was for the Super Bowl champion Rams. That's one thing. I mean, I could find plenty of examples where it worked and didn't work. There's literally nobody who thinks that Jacoby Myers is a star or Jerry Rice. What he is a high-end number 2 receiver, which on a given day, the Steelers are going to be sorry that they don't have. I think. I could be wrong, but nobody's comparing. Nobody thinks that he would have come in here. He's not a star, but he's a viable, dependable, versatile veteran weapon who was eminently affordable, and they stood pat.
I don't know. I don't know if affordable, I guess, is relevant. What's affordable?
Well, that's true.
Giving up two significant picks in their eyes. I mean, another thing that we have to think about here and is the fit. Do these guys fit into what they want to do? There are some guys that you might have thought they were interested in. They were not interested in because they just did not feel that they fit within the system or what they were looking for. Was he that guy? I don't know. He potentially could be that guy. Now, I know that they were in on some guys.
Were they in on him, according to your research?
I didn't. I'm sure they called and all that stuff, but what I'm saying is some of the guys that were not moved, they were in on. It was just way expensive.
You think a fourth and a sixth is way expensive? Because for a guy like Myers, I think I would have done that just because of the need here. I still think there would be a need, and I say this mostly, Mark, because of potential injury. That's all. I want to fortify every position I can that is a key position. And if somebody like a DK Metcalf would get hurt, it leaves you pretty bare on that cupboard. So from that point of view, I would have made that, and I don't think a fourth and a sixth would have been too much.
I think you could say that about everything. I mean, Joe's saying he could find good trades of receivers. You can look at any single person on any team and pick out a guy and say if he gets hurt, you're done.
But you have a chance to do something about at least one important position, though.
But is Jacoby Myers going to make up that huge of a difference between him and DK Metcalf? I don't think so. He had 1,000-yard season.
Yeah, but still,
he's good. But
when
he's
they talk
not
about all hands on deck in those situations,
he played with horrible quarterbacks. But I mean, if you have an offense that can't incorporate a guy who can play the slot and outside and who didn't drop a pass all of last season and had 1,000 yards receiving, then what kind of offense are you running? And I know this has been better than we thought, especially Aaron Rodgers. But this ain't exactly the 07 Patriots. The Steelers rank, 28th in offense and 13 in points?
Obviously they were looking heavily on these guys, but it just didn't fit what they were looking for, as in the price.